here in business in Washington is Tom Kuhn. He's president of the Edison Electric Institute, which represents the nation's biggest publicly traded electric companies. And you're here with me today as still 6 million people in this country struggling just to be able to turn on the lights and have electricity run in their homes. How far are we away from full restoration on the eastern seaboard?
Well, we're bringing crews in from all over the country. We have a mutual assistance program. More than 10,000 people have made their way from the south, from the west here to supplement the crews that we have here. Tree trimmers as well to clean up some of the trees, and we're making major progress. The Dominion, for example, had 1.2 million customers out in Virginia.
That's right.
And about half of them have been restored already. Still very, very hard to get to the last customer. It takes days sometimes to get through very difficult conditions.
And the storm is still raging, impacting Vermont and moving north of that right now.
We have problems with downed trees and flooding and things of that nature that we have to make our way through. But the great thing that we have, Margaret, is we have many new technologies coming on board that will help us computer map out places that are out. We have the advanced meters that are intersecting with the smart grid technologies that are helping us do a much better job of restoration in the future. And we're communicating a lot better with the customers through Facebook and Twitter and other
if they can get online.
If they can get online,
if they can
right,
get
that's
online.
right, yeah.
But I guess one of the positive notes that it seems to have come away from this is the fact that the nuclear reactors that do provide electricity were not knocked offline because of the weather.
The nuclear plants just worked fantastically, Margaret. Absolutely. They worked exactly the way they were supposed to. And some get tripped off for various reasons, and that's safety reasons. And
in
that's
Virginia here, right, we saw those that cold shutdown of reactors in the wake of the earthquake.
Right.
And yet with this storm, it didn't cause them to go back offline.
The earthquake and the storm, the nuclear plants worked exactly the way they were supposed to.
Now, what is the biggest drain on resources for some of the different utilities to get power back on? I mean, does the role of the federal government in the response efforts here impact things for you versus working directly with the state governments?
Well, we just work on our own, quite frankly. We have a mutual assistance program, again, where we get the word out via computer.
So state of emergency declaration does not impact whether or not your power comes on any quicker?
We just will work exactly. Our priority is to get people back online. We don't wait for anything to do that. In fact, crews were lined up on Thursday, starting to come from different parts of the country in to help out.
Now, there's some hope, at least in today's market, that gasoline, refineries, et cetera, weren't taken offline.
Right. And
therefore, gasoline prices are down in today's trading session.
Right.
What are you hearing in terms of pricing in the near term?
Well, I think that, I think this is going to be a temporary disruption, although electricity is the lifeblood of the economy and society, so it is extremely important, and we know we have to do an increasingly better job all the time with new technologies to reduce the time of these outages, but I don't think it's going to have a major impact on prices. You
may not have electricity in your household this month, but your bill isn't going to necessarily get any cheaper in the near term, unfortunately. So now you said as this still moves up the eastern seaboard, still struggling to get back online. Where can you tell us that the power will be on within the next day or so? Can we say at least New York will be able to be back?
Well, you still have several 100,000 customers out in New York, and a substantial number of them will be back on again within 24 hours. You've seen Virginia and Pepco and the district here and PECO restoring more than half their customers in a day. Those last customers are even more difficult sometimes to get everybody back online, but you can make substantial differences in short periods of time.
All right. Tom Kuhn, Edison Electric Institute president, thanks for coming on and giving us an update. Important work to try to get the power back on.